Hi, Ronnie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good in yourself.
Doing pretty good. Who do we have here? So I'm a few minutes late here. How's everyone?
Good. Yourself?
Pretty good. Let me go ahead and alrighty. Raleigh, would you guys like to go? Because you guys didn't make the last call. I think you were on for a little while, but if you guys wanna start, doing a quick pass through your presentation, that'd be great. Huh?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay.
Let's see.
Hi, Cecilia. Hadn't seen you guys in a while.
That should be working there. All right. Now, are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Are we presenting?
Yes.
Yeah, you just walk through it, in 5 minutes or less.
Okay.
And I'll stop you if I have any questions or feedback.
Okay.
We're JH&J, helping pilots in their everyday life to make their aspirations in aviation achievable. I'm Niall Jacobson Hearn, the Chief Financial Officer and Eagle Scout for Troop 76A and a winning skills member in the state of California.
I am Riley Jensen. I am the Chief Operations Officer. I am a Skills USA member as well and a volleyball dispenser specialist for Ramona High School in San Diego.
What JH&J aims to do is make the lives of pilots a little bit easier by carrying the burden of some of the more well-known issues to a pilot. As a quick evaluation of our industry, we see exponential growth just through the 2020s to 2020 or 2030 rather. That goes to say that currently there being 617,000 active pilots, increasing 5% every year. Soon enough, we'll be looking at 700,000 active pilots, which will all need accounting for in terms of services and goods for their aircraft, not to mention the actual industry itself growing to almost $350 billion by the end of this time frame.
So the problem pilots are trying to solve involve their landing gear. Pilots roughly need to change their landing gear every 200 to 300 landings, and most all landing gears are custom built for their specific plane. Most methods that pilots use to try to get a cheaper jack are unsafe, like these pictures shown there. And the normal jacks that are shown can only be used in their home hangar because they cannot carry it in their plane because it is too big and heavy. Now, we did a survey to see how big this problem was in everyday life for these pilots. And we found out that over 60% of pilots surveyed had issues when maintaining their aircraft. We also found out that 100% of these pilots like the idea of a portable jack, and 80% of these pilots would be willing to spend $250 to $350 for a product like this. Niall.
I am muted. I didn't know that. Leads us to our jack attachments. It's a series of modular and interchangeable parts that can be carried with the pilot to any airfield. It is compatible with most common types of jacks, including scissor jacks, which you will find in your car. All the types of those at that. It is compatible with floor jacks and bottle jacks, which are found in typical workshops. To compare to our peers' products, JH&J's our product, the jack attachments, is able to compete with a more cost-effective basis. It can be carried around wherever it needs to go, and it's very cheap to manufacture, and it is capable of going between any aircraft, that is to say with the proper attachments, and it ends up being a massive convenience points to both mechanics and pilots, which typically is not offered with most of these products. We are up against some pretty strict regulations being in the aviation industry, of course, but in doing our research, we found that the particular type of maintenance that a pilot would be doing with these is called preventable maintenance, or preventative rather. What that essentially includes is anything like brake pads to rotors to wheels. If it could cause damage to the pilot, to the aircraft, or to the runway or anywhere it would be operating, the pilot has full permission to go in and repair any damages taken on.
So this leads us to our SWOT analysis, our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Some strengths we have is the competitive edge over our opponents. We have a product that hasn't been seen on the market before, so a lot more people will be willing to buy it. We also have the ability to adapt. Since we don't have big assembly lines or huge facilities, we can easily change our products to whatever emerging markets begin. Now this leads us to our opportunities. Since these new emerging markets, such as, let's say, electric aircraft, it's a new emerging market that's being really exploding right now, we can take advantage of this. But at the same time, we also have our competitors which have some of our weaknesses. They have assembly lines so they can produce way more product at a way faster rate. And that's kind of the threats we have to face. They ship faster and they make way more than we could.
In terms of our company's finances, we have projected our income way outweighs our expenses by a huge margin. We're taking on minimal costs due to utilization of resources that have been given to us rather than having to go buy our CNC equipment. We have access to that by some of our peers helping us out. So mainly the expenses come in for service fees and actual material costs. By the end of the fourth year, we'll okay. By the end of the fourth year, we'll be almost ready to start taking salaries out of the company, but it's likely that we will need up until the 6th or 7th year before we're stable enough to do that.
Okay. Well, I mean, definitely it's a lot more posh than it was last week. I'm hoping that your business plan is going to have more details. I mean, you kind of talked us through your finances. You know,
I was trying to keep it strictly on the 5 minutes. I don't know where we actually ended up on that.
Yeah, we recorded a couple of times and almost every time we were at like 6 or 7. So we were trying to, I mean, we have all the information in the business plan, but
right.
Just don't want to go over.
Gotcha. Well, just keep in mind when you present that to the judges, now they would not have had the benefit of seeing your written, even though you had already gotten scored on your written submissions, which is your PowerPoint and your Word file. And but just keep in mind when you present, if you do make it to the finals and you present before the judges, then you know they would have not had the benefit of seeing your detailed submissions. So they're going to be judging you on did you cover everything? You know, did you cover all the essentials of a business plan? Did you cover the market research? Did you cover the competition? And I saw most of that and the SWOT analysis, where you look at your strengths and your weaknesses. But the main thing you want to be able to do is really highlight how you're going to make money. I mean, that's really what starting a business is all about. No one wants to go through the exercise of starting a business that's not going to be a business that's going to be profitable. So make sure that you, even in your presentation, you did spend a lot of time in the beginning talking about the market and the industry and all that, and that's cool. But you gotta, I would balance the time and probably put more time in talking about your like the most compelling results of your business plan. in that, if it's your profitability, I would spend a little more time in talking about, the types of expenses that you expect. And I saw the graph, and the graph was very, pretty general, but you really have to kind of talk them through that. But anyway, I think you guys are, I think again, you guys, you guys actually have a little more. I think whenever you have a product and it's something tangible, and even if you don't have a product, some of the kids, they come with a brochure or something that they can, put in the judge's hands, or they have a product that they can, they can present and have it in their hands. That's not always the case. We have some teams this year that have some really fascinating nonprofit concepts, which I think the judges will be fascinated with as well. But again, I think you guys, you do have a product. I know it's kind of heavy, and I talked to you about that before. I didn't even see. Yeah, you did have a few pictures of it. I didn't see a picture of with you guys actually having an airplane, on the device, like you actually deploying the device. I didn't see that. But like I said, try to, and in terms of visuals, graphics and color graphics and pictures, that and for your presentation, I think those are the things that are really gonna catch the judge's focus and attention there. So but looking good, man. I mean, I think you guys, I mean, if your data is real live data, then I think, you guys even have an opportunity to, put this on the marketplace and, and make some money, man. Have you guys thought about that?
That is our intention, hopefully.
Yeah, I know you guys think somebody's going into the military, I believe, and
Yes, sir. That would be me.
all right. Well, I mean, that shouldn't stop you.
No, not at all. I'm going to use I'm going to move much of my money into our efforts to get this out on the market. That is my intention for the time, because I have free housing, free food, and free medical. So I have a lot of leftover cash to throw into a product like this project.
Yeah, gotcha. Were you guys the ones, I think, last week talking about being able to show some cost savings by utilizing some of the school equipment or something like that? Was that you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you touch on that. See, those are some of the things, again, when you talk about your finances. A lot of times those the guys that kind of have more technically oriented projects, like engineering and stuff, they tend to not really put the time into the finances and being able to really explain it. So don't make that mistake. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We'll make those changes.
Okay, and I'm just letting everybody know now we are forfeiting the requirement for the 10s. They just really weren't. We're going to remove that. I got an email today from someone about that, so don't worry about the 10s. You could just save your file and name it, whatever you want to name it, and submit it, and we'll be able to sort through them. So let me see. Cecilia?
Hello. Wait, is my mic working?
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
This is my first meeting. None of my team has been able to attend before this.
Yeah, I got it. I thought I recognized either your your advisor's name from previous competition, or did any of you guys compete previously?
Our engineering teacher forces everyone to sign up every year.
Okay, great. Now, what school are you with?
Canyon Hills, or
Okay, yeah, I do remember that. Now, do you have your PowerPoint that you can walk through?
yeah, I have a slideshow. Yeah.
would you like to walk through it so we can give you some feedback?
Sure.
And so how many teammates do you have? You have 4? I think I saw you on your.
Yeah. I have 3 other teammates.
Okay, gotcha.
So I just share the screen.
Yeah, you should be able to share it.
Okay, so this is my slideshow. So, wait. So,
I recognize
Our-
one of those names. Now, William has been in a competition before, right?
I'm not sure about that, actually.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, actually, there's 2 William wins in our class, so maybe. Okay, so the problem that our business is trying to solve is that a majority of the Americans that own a pet have to deal with pets making a mess when they eat. This is because they can have medical conditions, their face shape, or they eat too aggressively, or they're just playing with their food, and it can cause food to fall out of the bowl surrounding it, or they can even just flip the bowl over and spread the mess everywhere. So our solution was a magnetic pet mat that keeps the bowl in place and upright. So we create a mat. It has walls on 4 sides to keep any mess made contained within it, has a magnetic receptive sheet on the bottom and non-slip rubber on the underneath the mat. And we give the consumers magnets that they can attach to their own existing bowls. And that allows their bowls to stay upright and be resistant to tipping over and moving around. So, so we have competition, and the reason we're friendly is one, a lot of the solutions on the market are slow feeders, which, as you can see in the image, have lots of grooves, which are not breed friendly to dogs with flatter faces, such as pugs. And there's a smaller food capacity. And many pets, they just get frustrated with it because it takes so long to eat that they just flip it over and then you still have a mess. So that's so our solution cannot be flipped and could even be combined with the slow feeder bowl if the consumer desired. And ours is also easier to clean because it doesn't have all the grooves that food could get caught in.
Mhm.
And it can be used for both food and water instead of just food bowls. Our major competitors and brands are Amazon Basics, Outward Hound Fun Feeder, Animal Planet, and Neater Feeder. So our target market is dogs, cats, and rabbit pet owners, and especially ones with eating disorders or behavioral issues that can cause the messy eating, and also maybe inexperienced pet owners because they haven't had the time to figure out how they can solve this problem on their own. So our projected cost is we're going to $0 for advertising because we'll create and post our own content on Instagram and YouTube. Our prototype construction cost was $56.54 as we went through waste materials and figured out what worked. But for future creations, the material costs will be $13.04. We will be manufacturing it at our school with the laser cutter, so we won't have to be paying for machines. And our shipping is going to be through Amazon because that's where we plan to sell it for 99 cents for each item that we list on the website, and the additional fees for shipping it. And then in order to list it on other websites, it's about $10 per month and $1 per item sold. So our manufacturing is we're going to be making it in-house at our school with the laser cutter until we have proof of sales, because manufacturing it on an industrial scale before we have demand would be quite expensive and require a large initial investment. So we would rather wait until we have customers and money to fund it. So we will selling it online only, as this product will probably take up a lot of shelf space, and the current pet stores already have a lot of competition for shelf space, and it would decrease our profits. So we're really selling on Amazon and Chewy. And as I mentioned earlier, the advertising will be online through Instagram and YouTube. And we'll be making our own content instead of like paying for the promotional videos. And we want to stay completely online to help minimize our costs while we get started. And because the online retailers have already a lot of traffic to their website and will allow us to reach a broader market. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, well, I mean, it's definitely, you know, good to see you guys, you know, at one of the workshop. Unfortunately, this is the last workshop, but, you know, just some quick feedback on some of the things that we have covered. And we do have the workshops posted, you know, if you want to kind of go through, there's a few that I'm going to post tonight that haven't been up there, but even workshops from this year and last year are good to look at. But starting out in the beginning, we always want you to, first of all, I think you kind of got a lot of words in your presentation. I mean, which is fine as long as you're not reading from that. But it's always best if you can use visuals and graphs and, you know, pie charts and, you know, things like that. I mean, that always is something that can, you know, catch the judge's attention if you know, if you guys make it to the finals. But in the beginning, if you go back to your some of your very first slides, what if you look at some of the other teams, and this is something that we talked about quite a bit. I think you have all of the components there. I think it's, you know, really good idea. It's also another product that I think that, you know, is probably a real need. This, you know, could probably do real good in the marketplace. But when you start out a presentation, we're asking everybody to always, in the very first slide, always have, you know, your team listed, you know, and what your role is in the company. I don't know if you saw the previous presentation, but they only have 2 members on their team. But very first slide, they open up, you got a picture of them and say, and one of them, you know, is the CEO, the other one is the COO or whatever. It's always good, because when you introduce yourself, you know, you always want to make an effort to connect with the judges. You know, you can put a bullet under your name and say, I'm the CEO, and, you know, my hobbies are X, Y, and Z, or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, we had that stuff in like the big long business plan where it said like include your resume and stuff,
Right.
but we can add it to the slideshow.
Gotcha. And so let me also kind of, you know, share with you that, so about this process, so that your PowerPoint can be unlimited pages, and but your business plan, you know, is limited to only 10 pages. So you want to make sure that your PowerPoint includes everything, because the judges, if you guys make it to the finals, the judges would not have had the benefit of seeing your written submissions, because they're just going to be judging you based on your oral presentation of your business. So that's why we say the PowerPoints can be unlimited in pages, because you want to make sure, we went over this in several of the workshops, you know, you want to make sure you cover the essentials to the business plan. And you want to make sure you cover all of those in the proper, you know, things like, which I think I've seen everything in there. Your market analysis, your competition. I didn't see, did you do a SWOT analysis?
That's in our business plan. We can add it to our slideshow.
Yeah, it's a table that shows your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. So you just want to make sure you cover all those in this, you know, which is going to be your mission statement, who you are, the team, your market analysis, your competition analysis. I think I said the SWOT analysis, and your financials. You want to make sure you cover all of those in your in this PowerPoint, because once again, when you get to the finals and you're presenting those, the judges at the finals, that's the only thing that they're going to be judging you is they're going to be judging you based on the content of your oral presentation. So you, like I said, so you don't want to make, you know, you don't want to leave out anything. And even if you have a bunch of slides, I mean, that's fine. You just, you know, you got 5 minutes, you know, you just, if you have a bunch of slides in your PowerPoint, it's okay for the finals. You just have to be able to get through them in 5 minutes. And, you know, practice makes perfect. And we tell everybody that, you know, to try to get that presentation done as soon as possible so you can stop working on it and start presenting it and time yourself and presenting it and presenting it and presenting it, you know, over and over again. So you're not reading from the slides, and then, you know, the judges can tell that you really have spent a lot of time and that, you know, that you're comfortable with your information.
Okay, wait. So like, when do people find out if they're going to the finals? Like, because aren't they in June? Or
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be, you know, once we extended the due date to the 12th, which is Friday. So we'll probably within a week we'll have them reviewed and selected. So at once they're submitted. So but the main thing is still, I mean, you still got to submit a 5-minute presentation of your business plan. And you want to, when you present that, you guys will be presenting as a team. And we like to see that we like to be able to look at your oral presentation, and we can look at it and see that you guys, how you guys work together as a team, and what's your chemistry looking like. Is it one person did one person do all the work, or are they, did they share in the responsibility? Those are things that really are noticeable when you do present. But it's like I said, this is our 8th year, and I say this, man, it's amazing. Like, I've seen some billion-dollar ideas, and a lot of the kids, they go on to college, and they don't continue on. We don't. We're really more focused on making sure that you guys get through the concept of expenses. Revenue minus expenses is how you generally get your profitability. We're not asking you to go into things like, because there's other levels to it, like taxes and Social Security and those types of things. We're not asking you to go into that. The main thing is we want to expose you guys to the fundamentals of building profitability and taking an idea and bringing that deal to the market. And I'm telling you, it starts with an idea. You can ask Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg. It all started with an idea, and those guys are billionaires now. So, but anyways, to see, one thing I wanted, like I said, you guys have a really good idea, and I think what I hate to see in this competition is when students come in and then they have an amazing idea, and they have all the pieces there, but they just didn't put the kind of time into it to really get them to the finish line, so that they can be, competitive. So I mean, you guys still got, this week, to work on it. But like I said, it sounds like you guys have a lot of information already in your business plan. It's just a matter of being able to get your presentation to a point where that you can cover and you're not leaving anything out, in terms of essential pieces to the business plan. But good job. Like I said, just keep in mind that you're going to be judged. We're going to score the written submission part, and then and that's how you will make it. So if you got all the contents in your written and in your orals, I mean, you'll be fine, because I mean, you'll score high enough, to potentially make it to the finals. But the problem is, you don't want to go to the finals and then you get in front of the judges and you don't do well. It's because you left pieces out of your presentation.
Thank you for the advice. Yeah, I was like not really sure
Mhm.
everything that we needed to have, so coming
Good.
here was helpful.
Absolutely, absolutely. But good idea. I mean, I mean, doggy business is, whoo, the doggy business is just, God, I mean, it's multi-billion-dollar industry. Did you talk about that in general? How much Americans are spending on pets and that kind of thing in your market analysis?
No.
Yeah, see, those are the kind of numbers I think that are really, could really catch the judge's attention, because I know it is a big market for what you're doing, and that's what drives good businesses. They have a market that's growing, and a market that has sustainability, and a market that is saying, hey, if you're in the business and you just want to get 0.0002% of that of that business, you can be profitable. But it is a big industry, and you definitely want to touch on that.
Okay. Like anything else?
I don't think that's pretty much it. You got it, and I'll post the rest of the workshops. If you go to the website and click on ATM competition, and click on the business plan resource center, I have most of the workshops posted in there, at least a few, the most important ones, the ones on market, doing your market study, and then I even have posted a couple of practice sessions that we've had that you guys have missed as well. So, but anyway, good job. Look forward to your submission. You guys are there. Just like I said, don't you have a good idea, and looks like all the pieces are there. So, definitely take advantage of the fact that you guys do have a good idea, and you got information. So you just have to be able to present it, and present it well.
Okay, wait. So I was taking notes. So I just need more images introduced to speakers and size of the market and the SWOT analysis. Is
Mhm.
okay.
And show we asked for a minimum of 3 years, like of a revenue projection, like
Okay.
you can put that in a graph with, I think I heard you talked about kind of the core fundamentals of your revenues, and what some of your costs, but what we want to do, the judges want to be able to, what is your projected revenue over the next few years, and minimum of 3 years.
Okay.
If you want to show 5, you can, but just a minimum of 3. Silmar, I know you guys are fired up and ready.
Hi, Ronnie.
Hey there. Did you guys,
You honestly,
did you guys need to present again tonight, or how you doing?
um, we're still struggling on the finances,
Mm-hmm.
but so we're still missing that slide. But I think our rest of our slides are good.
You want to run through them real quick?
Yeah. Let's. Hopefully this. I can't. Why is it always my computer? Ronnie, can we switch computers real quick? My computer doesn't let me
Okay.
see
No
the
problem.
buttons.
Okay.
You log in? Yeah. I don't even know how to exit this anymore. Okay, Ronnie, you should be able to see her logging in.
Okay. Let's see.
Do you have it open? Okay, Ronnie, can you hear us?
Uh-huh.
How can I put it up? So our today we're going to be presenting our company called NewGen. We have two main products. One is our hybrid compact, and the other will be our power pack. So a little bit about our team. My name is Adriana Ochoa. I'm the CEO, and a little fun fact about me is that I'm a triathlete. So I play volleyball, basketball, and swim. And I'm also the only girl from my school that has played 8 seasons of sports.
Hi, I'm Paulina Rosales. I'm the COO of this company. And a fun fact about me is that I was born and raised in Mexico.
Hello, I'm Alejandro Romero. I'm the chief of HOR. And a fun fact about me is that my favorite sport is basketball.
So a little bit about our team. Our school is called Silmar Biotech Health and Engineering Magnet. We are part of the Los Angeles Unified School District. And what we're involved in here in school is we're part of the Skills USA competition. We're currently in the MIT Limousin Invent team. We're one of 10 teams that are invited to go to MIT. We have a STEM extension program that we reach out to local elementary schools and help students get exposed to STEM activities. And we also host a annual donation drive called Give Love It Heal It Heart. I'm the founder of it, and it has become a tradition here at school just for us to like participate as a team in that fundraiser. Some recognition that we have gotten is from U.S. Congressman Tony Cardenas, as well as our LUSD board member Kaylee Gones, and for our local SOMAR Council as well, just for our types of engineering work we've done and this project as well. So our business, for our executive summary, a little bit about us is that we are a company that wants to make sustainable products to improve the planet. Our mission and vision is to innovate and manufacture daily products to become hybrids or solar panel efficient And our main product is the hybrid compact, and our subproduct that will help us with our income is going to be our power pack. Our marketing plan is to utilize free platforms to get exposure, then collaborate with stores where we can make a wider where we could reach a wider amount of audience. Our revenue is still undetermined, but we'll add it. And our biggest competitors are Anchor, Kenyu, and Kisia, because they are the ones that make the the portable chargers. So for our problem statement, we wanted. Sorry, onto my teammate.
For our problem statement, we wanted to focus on three main points. The main one being that phones die because of the how constant people use their phones, and also many other factors. For example, how old is their phone. Another problem statement that we wanted to focus on is the portable charging that they use, and they usually dies either because they forgot to charge it or because it took a very long time in charging it. And another thing is that we also want to focus on phone charges because some of the outputs that that some phones have are not compatible to some outlets, and also because uh, it can make a safety hazard because it can get caught into the car stick shift knob.
Our main product is the hybrid compact at a selling price of $100. It uses a solar panel and a lithium ion battery. It's both universal and universal holding for all phones. Our sub product is the power pack at a selling price of $85. It has many of the same features as our main product, with a few extras such as a pillow and conversion into a bag. For regulations, we have to comply with having less than 5 square inches covered in the lower corner of the driver's side window for our main product.
So for our main target audience will be the ride-sharing industry, because usually when you get into Ubers or Lyfts, they don't have a charger to charge your phone. So being able to have this device into these cars will allow you to charge your phone when taking these riding sharing industries. We also want to just target the overall population of people that use phones themselves. That way their phones never die and they're always going to have a way to communicate with their loved ones. Another great opportunity to sell our product is to people that are outdoors. Since our products are detachable and can be used in different sources, people that hike, camp, and do road trips are greatly used for this product because of how detachable and universal our products are to charge their phones. For our market analysis, we wanted to survey people and ask them questions. So our first survey was, how often do people charge their phone within a day? The result was mainly 2 or 4 times to charge their phone, depending, of course, on the battery capability and how phone their phones were. For our circuit For our second survey, we asked them what type of charger they preferred. A lot of people preferred either a USB or a hybrid. So we wanted to make sure that our product was able to use both the wireless and USB for the people who have a preference in their charger. We went ahead and also asked how much are they willing to pay for our product. And a lot of the people said that they're willing to keep it under $100. So that's where we were determined on our prices, but also wanted to make it profitable for our business. To continue our market analysis, we wanted to focus on market growth. So for our compound annual growth rate in wireless charging, the rate is about 24.6%, which will increase from $4.5 billion to $13.4 billion in 2026. And as well, since it is a portable charger, there is growth in that industry as well, which is a 9.8% rate. And this would increase from $6.8 billion to $17.3 billion. Since our product is a wide range of different industries, it will allow us to have a tremendous growth within our product. Here are some other examples on how wireless charging is going to increase over the years, since we're becoming more involved in technology, and wireless charging allows you to have universal charging with different types of phones that are compatible. We also wanted to focus on the type of the growth rate of lithium batteries, because since our product is a hybrid, we wanted to show that there is a growth rate with hybrid devices. And since our product is also a portable solar panel, we wanted to show how solar panels have also become very popular within the years and how people want to become more sustainable over the years.
During our research, we came up with these stream competitors that we have, being Anchor, Canyon, and Kisa. As you can see, they have lower prices than us, but however, we make these compare and contrast table to make sure to show that our product has more features than the other ones. And as you can see, the more competitive between the three of them is Kisa, but even though it is one of our highest competitors, it doesn't meet all the features that we have. Here's our competitive edge. We focus mainly on hybrid, on a hybrid product, also making it portable, having extra storage for many mobile devices, and also extra features like car compartment, headrest, and a bag. For our SWOT analysis, some of the strengths that we are sustainable, portable, affordable, and also universal. Some opportunities that we have is that we have many opportunities in expanding to multiple charging, and also we have very few competitors. Some weaknesses, however, that we have is that we still need to build a name for our own company, and some of the threats that we have is that many cars already include outlet for charging phones.
For our market strategy, we mainly want to sell on our personal website, but we'll also collaborate with in-stores and online, mainly staying online so that way we can get a lot of pre-orders, so that way we know we're going to sell the product. For how we're going to market our product, we want to stay mainly on free social media platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. So that way we can have our free creative liberty to spread our product without having to pay any extra fees.
And then this is going to be our financials. So our main form of financials is that we are going to be using our resources at school. So we're going to be located at our school for approximately 3 years. And this is going to help us save money in rent and utilities. And we're going to save up this money for then we could be able to purchase a location or have enough money to start renting out a location.
Are you
And
looking,
then
which slide is it supposed to be at?
what happened, Ronnie?
I'm looking at the infographics. Are you talking about finances?
Yeah, so this slide's going to be financials.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it's just not there yet.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going on the finances. Start over on the finances.
Oh, okay. So for our finances, we want to state that for our first 3 years of our company, we are planning to be located in our school grounds because we have free equipment, which would help produce our product itself. So this is going to help us save on rent and as well as utility costs. And then we hope to be saving up the money from our revenues to be able to actually buy an old location to start manufacturing our product in a larger mass production. And then for our startup costs, I'm still calculating that, so we're missing that.
Gotcha. Wow, I think you guys have you know, you guys are definitely pulling this together. The only thing I saw, I mean, you guys have presented this a few times, so it's getting better. And the thing is, I think you spent, if you're looking an area to kind of cut back in terms of your presentation, I think you spent a lot of time on the market analysis.
Okay.
You gave a lot of information on industry and which is good. It's good information, useful information, but you want to be able to quickly get, again, I say this again and again, get to the part that's most compelling about your business. If it's the finances, you want to spend more time on that. If it's, the slide where you talk about what sets you apart from your competition, You want to hurry, you want to quickly get to that, but you don't want to spend, 50% of your time talking about the market and the market and that kind of thing. I mean, I think it's good, but you don't want to bore folks. You want to get to the part that says, hey, get to the, the part of the market that says, hey, this market today is, $10 billion, over the next 10 years, we're expecting a growth 500%, it's going to be, trillion, 500 billion or whatever it is. And those are the types of compelling data that's going to draw your readers in, as well as who you're presenting to. So that's just something that, I think all the information is there. Again, you just don't want to dwell on the market too long that you lose the attention of your readers or your judges. I think, now, has Evelyn presented at all?
So Evelyn has been having personal issues. So right now we're trying to figure out if she is going to continue with the team or how we're going to be able to resolve that issue.
Okay, gotcha. No more substitutes. Yeah, that was the first time we've ever had a case with somebody, substitute, but it's just not, I don't think, it's just not a good way to do it. It's better to present with 3 than the, you know what I mean? Than the 4. But anyway, good deal. I think, the ones that have been coming to the meetings, I think definitely, at least we are familiar with, what you guys are presenting. There's a number of others that have not been making the workshops as well. I mean, some of them, if they had been in a competition in previous years, is, I guess they feel that they have, they've been to the workshops, but it's always good to come to these and present them. If nothing else, you can kind of, know what areas that you may need to strengthen, or, but I think all of you guys are doing great, man. I think this is a very, very competitive year. But looking forward to getting everybody's final submissions. So you have till Friday now to get your final submissions in, and no need to submit a TIN number, the team identification number. We're not going to use those this year. They really didn't add any value to this process, and it's typically more beneficial if we got 20 or more submissions. And this year it seems like, I mean, in the last 2 years, we've had 10 or less, and it looks like it's going to be the same this year. So we don't really need to have 10 numbers.
Ronnie, quick question. Is the submission, it says 11:59 p.m., but is it Eastern time or Pacific time?
It's just the time you're in your zone. 11:59 in the zone that you're in. Yeah, and so we know where you are.
Okay.
We know what zone everybody's in. Yeah. So gotcha. Well, all righty. Any more questions? Cecilia, did you have any more questions?
Yeah, so just about the finals. So if you make it, but none of your team can go, what happens?
Well, you'll just have to come and present. Yeah.
Because I'll be in the hospital during this final, so, and I don't know about the rest of my team's situation, but I mean, I'm not even sure we'd make it, but theoretically.
Gotcha. Well, oh yeah, and I wanted to also mention too, I know we were working with June 2nd. There is just stay tuned. I mean, as soon as I know, I'll let you guys know, but the grand finale, the date of the grand finale may, we may end up having to reschedule that, either that following week, that following Friday on the 9th, or the week after that. Nick is actually going to be filming, so we're trying to work around his schedule. But at any rate, that will apply to the finalists. So, but right now we're going to shoot for June 2nd, and I'll be shooting a note out soon as I find out if we need to reschedule that, the grand finale.
Ronnie,
Mhm.
I just want to make it aware. A lot of people are graduating on June 9th.
On that Friday, okay. You guys are graduating. Okay.
Yeah, so just to let you know.
Yeah, Niall and I have graduation that day too.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad I said something there. So yeah, so I'll know. That's good to know. That's good to know. So we won't schedule it for sure that following Friday. Yeah, it could be the Friday after that, or it could be even, we'll find out. What we can do is I'll work around Nick's schedule, and then I'll check with the finalists, once we get the finalists, and then we can just work it out so that we can find a date that everybody's able to travel if they need to.
It's in New York, right?
Uh-huh.
Would we be flying out the day like before and then flying back the day after, or?
Yeah, that's how we did it last year.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys, if anybody have any questions, feel free to email us. And we will go from there. Good luck, everybody. And like I said, you guys have put so much work into it. Don't take the time that's necessary to get to the finish line and get your recording done. And some people submit early. I'm not really an advocate of submitting early. I think if you got more time, use it. And use it to practice, or I don't know how, or just to I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you. I know that's just my philosophy. If you got more time to maybe to tweak your business plan or your PowerPoint, do that. So because I know once you get the recording done, it's kind of hard to go back and redo that, but you can still tweak your written portions.
Ronnie, quick question. When we're submitting the actual documentation, do you want it in PDF, Word, or Google Doc?
We say Word in a document, but it's up to you guys. I think just make sure you have one Word file for your business plans. I mean, for your business plan, and make sure the resumes are in that. Don't submit your resume separately, because that just creates it gets a little messy. So you could just have your resumes, your one-page resumes at the end of your business plans, but have them in one file. So you have one file for your business plan, one file for your PowerPoint presentation, and then a link with your recording. If you put it up on YouTube or wherever you guys want to put it, but just send us the link.
And we just email the whole thing to you, or is there a place on the website?
Yeah, you can email them. In the guidelines, it tells you to email them to bp@nickcannonfoundation.org. Any more questions? All right. Well, you guys enjoy your evening, and we'll be talking soon. We'll be in touch soon.
Yeah, have an
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
All right. Bye-bye.